There we go. She ain't going to answer. Dang it. What? Did I dial it wrong? Gosh. Let me try it one more time, or you want to go on?
Try it one more time, because that was not the person's name.
Yeah. Same one.
Who is that?
I don't know. Sounds like the wrong number. It's not the name of the person that we had from the registration. Of course not. You get a good name, one I could mess with. Her name was Crystal Pack. I could do something with that.
Let me double check this one.
I have to be okay with that. Hey, Alicia, what's going on? Yeah, well,
Where you going?
work? Wait a minute, did you just say Noel? It is not Christmas yet, Alicia.
Noel.
Stop it!
Noel.
Stop it right now! We are not moving things up. Oh, good.
I mean, she's got a pretty good point.
Yeah, that's right. And we've got presents. You've won Born and Raised Festival passes. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Hey, Hey, Alicia, just tell us, who's the Four States Concert Connection? Sorry.
Oh, thank
Alicia,
you for
we
your
got to get a little
patience.
information from you, Alicia. So, hold on just a second.
I think I've got everything from you. Has any of your information changed?
Nick.
Still on Birch?
Hello?
It has not.
Oh, okay. So we are good to go then. I'm not sure. Are these tickets in yet?
I don't believe they are. We're waiting for them any day now, but you want to call and make sure that they're in before you come to get them.
Yeah, so you can call our front office at 624-1025, and they'll be able to help you out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day. I know. That's because we only just now went live on YouTube just a minute ago. I saw Gina hop on the TikTok, and I was like, wait a second.
Something's up.
She's on TikTok.
Something's
going
wrong.
on. And then Kyle texted me and was like, oh, you're not on. But he says good morning to everybody.
Noel.
That was.
Yeah. Yucko the Clown stuff.
Yucko. Morning, Mike.
Wait a minute.
God they know.
Huh?
Thank God they know it's KIX.
Yeah, really.
You got a minute 50. Bye, Sorara. Have a great day.
I was doing my Black Friday shopping there for a minute.
Major.
We need to somehow talk about Venezuela's having Christmas in October or something. Beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, isn't it? Shut up.
I love Christmas. Christmas just makes me so happy. I liked it when it was the fart button.
Did you? We've got that back now.
It was
That
so
one story.
funny. It was just the right kind of fart. We got 1 minute.
Oh my gosh.
There he is. Hi, Major.
No, I could not sleep last night at all after getting in so late. It was like 11:30 when I finally got in bed, and I
Yikes.
laid there till like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I hate that.
Hate it. And the main reason is because I know today's going to be exhausting, and I needed sleep
Mhm.
and couldn't get it.
Of course.
Won't be able to make it up.
I got woken up by my neighbor's dogs barking in the middle of the night.
Major was making coffee. That is always a good policy. Mine's almost all
I'm about halfway through mine.
sad.
It is sad.
Always brings a little tear to my eye when I drink the last of my
All right, we got
coffee.
13 seconds. Morning, Lisa. How you doing today?
It's not going to
How you
help,
healing?
Major. I mean, I appreciate your efforts, but it's not going to help. Said bless you. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s. It is 60 degrees right now. It's so
Stupid.
nice.
Last night, I was driving back from Springfield last night. Actually, I turned the air off at first, and I turned the heat up a little bit.
I know. I had the heat on a little bit this morning. It was
Yeah,
so
But
mild.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
It's basically Christmas at this point.
No,
I'd
it
say.
is not.
Yes, it is.
Stop
In Venezuela,
it.
it is.
I know that, but that's because they're stupid.
Well, that's because they've decided to embrace the best holiday ever.
Yeah, it's because they're communist, stupid,
Oh,
racist
come
dictator
on. We've got to
president.
give away some born and raised tickets.
All right, fine. Do I dial the number?
Yep, dial this one right here, okay?
Does it play Jingle Bells, that number?
Oh, I wish it would. That would be so
It'd
cool.
stupid.
Maybe it will.
It would be stupid. Wait a minute. There.
This
it did
is
not play Jingle Bells.
Come on.
Jingle
Jingle bells,
Stop
jingle
it!
all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one.
Hello.
Hey, Alicia, what's going on?
Walking to my car.
Where you going?
Work?
Well, I'm leaving one work and going to another work.
Wait a minute, did you just say Noel? It is not Christmas yet, Alicia.
Noel.
Stop it!
Noel.
Stop it right now! We are not moving things up.
Well, it's always Christmas if KIX is calling me.
I mean, she's
Yes.
got a pretty good point.
Yeah, that's right. And we've got presents. You've won Born and Raised Festival passes.
Awesome.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Who's the 4 states concert connection?
KIX 102.5.
It sounded good. Totally missed that. Boom, boom.
Morning, Gary Crow.
Morning, Gary.
Jimmy's cold under her blanket. It was chilly
Yes,
this morning.
Stupid.
I almost went back in for a sweatshirt.
Stupid.
Major, you drinking pumpkin spice? Love pumpkin spice.
You know, as long as it's from human being, I don't mind it.
I love Alani Witch's Brew. Kyle and I were just talking about buying a whole pallet or a whole like
Of course she does.
cardboard thing of that the other day.
Goes with your broom.
Hey, it's Candace. Good morning, Candace. She's over on Facebook
Oh, she's
today,
on
though.
Facebook. Hey.
Major, bring them coffee. How can he bring us coffee? He's in Vegas. You got the new design?
Lisa says she went for one of her follow-up appointments with one of her surgeons yesterday. After her surgery, he removed her drain tube.
Yeah, awesome.
Right on, Lisa.
Good. A
Getting
little better, a little stronger
closer
every day.
back to normal.
Love
Candace,
that for
pick
you.
a social media platform and stick to it.
I'm drinking black silk coffee, blueberry cobbler. That sounds so good, Melissa.
Jen we were watching your workout videos earlier.
Girl, look at you. Getting the muscles.
Brick Poop House.
Oh my gosh, why do you call her that?
She knows why.
You were lifting some serious weight. That was so cool.
Was a new design, Sarahuha. Stop.
Don't stop. I'm drinking Fallout coffee chocolate bar flavor. Mine is the
Mine is empty.
Now what is it called? This is the Black Rifle
It's called
coffee.
empty.
It's the one that has like the crazy rooster on the front of it, or chicken, or whatever he is.
I don't think they refer to it as that.
Morning, Kathy. Oh my.
Is that what you're shopping?
Maybe it is.
Oh, help me, Rhonda.
See? It's
What?
always Rhonda.
I don't know what you're
It's
talking
always
about.
Rhonda.
It is
You made
not.
the point for me this morning.
I forgot. That's one of the things that I made a thing.
Chris gets to go back to work next Monday. That is
Oh,
awesome
yay.
news.
It sounds sad.
He's getting stronger. He's getting healthier. Healing. After his
Leo's
surgery.
getting larger. You know the reference.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy, did you call Major a witch?
Gotta calls it like you sees it.
Flying on his broom. Gary Crow, where are you headed today?
I am putting the stories on the news file, so in a moment you will probably want to reopen and
The
close
stories?
and reopen.
Oh, for the yeah. That. We're doing a show.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
What?
Where?
How did that get there? Why? It's because you made us watch that stupid video this morning.
What stupid
That's why
video?
we're like this.
Well, it helps.
Among things.
It helps.
Does it though?
It does.
My hair is really bothering me today. Don't say it's bothering you too. I know you want to.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, Gary's not going to. He's at home.
The longest drive of all, Gary.
That got very deep.
Ooh, ah, ooh.
Randy's hair bothers you?
I coiffured it.
Afford it. Are you done?
No,
Oh my gosh. Morning, Steve. Thank you for liking the video. Drive safe, Sarahuha. I think Megan's driving too. You drive too safe. I see what you did. It's a cardinal and then the color black for crow. Right. Gary says, I'm working on photos for a book of the history of the Coleman Theater.
Oh.
That sounds cool.
All the murders that happened there. No, there were no murders that happened there. I don't think.
Or
were there?
were there?
Or were there?
Were there murders in the Coleman Theater?
I just hear Gary going. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Last night. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So last night, how far back? Hold on. How far back does this camera go?
About eight
Can you
feet.
see me? So last night, we went to Culver's for dinner last night.
Yes.
And Beans and I drove together, and then the boy and Kyle drove together.
It's the most awkward parking lot to get in and
It
out
is
of. It is
ridiculous.
stupid.
But when we got there, the boy goes running across the parking lot, and let me show you what he was doing. I was dying. Okay, he goes like this.
There's a speaker there. We've got us, Megan. Save that.
And
Save
I'm like,
that,
what
Megan.
are you doing?
Save that.
And he's just running around doing this.
Waka waka waka.
It was the funniest thing. Thank you for the gift, Melissa. Oh my gosh.
Man.
It was great. No, don't have it.
Your face bothers me, Candace.
Did you put the
Cadnac.
thing in the thing?
Yes.
Oh gosh, it was so funny though. Maybe I can do a video of him doing it and show you guys because it was great.
Oh my. So our y'all ain't gonna believe this news story this morning was about what's his name from Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, who's the dictator down there, and stole the recent election. He has declared that Christmas will begin in October for that country.
Woohoo! Christmas in
I didn't know you
October.
could do this. And citizens are protesting and the government is cracking down on dissidents, he said during a speech. It's September and it already smells like Christmas. So get all your Black Friday shopping done early.
Thank you for the gift. Thank you, Cappy. Halloween is just around the corner, Gary. No, in Venezuela, Christmas is just around the corner.
They're starting the Christmas season October the 1st. He says the Christmas holiday will fall in October this year. This isn't the first time he's done this.
Major says same time as your birthday. He's done this before?
He did this back in during COVID. He said November, late November was when they had Christmas in Venezuela.
Christmas is whenever you want it in your heart.
Not for Nicolas Maduro. He's evil. Lines people up and has them shot
Okay.
all the time.
Maybe not that part. Melissa says our power just blinked off.
Blink, blink. It usually does it faster so you don't notice it. Not my, Major, don't buy into their propaganda, okay? Don't buy into this whole thing. They will spread lies. It's because they're jealous of the fact that I get a little extra attention on my birthday because I'm on the radio. It's just a jealous attempt to minimize me and my race.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're racist.
Morning, Landon. TikTok is going to yell at us.
Probably.
Megan's birthday is Christmas Eve.
Sounds about right. It is.
My birthday is post-Christmas times 20.
Called January.
30. I should look at these
Gary
stories.
sent me a picture.
I want to see
You know
it.
it's going to look real good. No, the picture hasn't come through yet.
I'm engaged.
It just says right now, it says yesterday at Sam's, and maybe that is a general commentary on the situation at live. You know, I feel like live here lately is just yesterday at Sam's. Oh, no, he just sent this. So when you talk about Venezuela, this was yesterday at Sam's.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Okay, but some of those reindeer, though, those are cool.
Look right behind him.
I want
There's
some
an evil
janky
specter
reindeer.
peering over them.
Yeah.
There's an evil Halloween specter peering right over the top of the reindeer.
Mhm.
Sam's, you're doing it wrong.
Or
That's
right.
crazy, Gary.
Landon says he just celebrated his 48th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Landon.
Here we go.
Better than the alternative. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 734.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s this afternoon. It's 60 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 25 minutes, along with 4 states news.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to know the data technology, the thing that you used to swear by but no longer use.
You know, like a calculator. That's #1 on our list, but you can help us complete the rest of our list. Flesh it out, so to speak.
Ew, what a weird phrase.
Flesh out our list.
Why do you say flesh it out?
Well, that's a term. You
Let's
flesh
just
it out.
skin.
Flesh
So
out
you're
our
going to
list.
skin
You know,
it out?
Flesh out our list.
What does that
here.
even mean?
Moist fleshing of the list.
Okay, you're making
being
it worse. Quit adding words. 417-623-1025 to call or text.
But speaking of technology, one of the greatest evil geniuses behind a lot of technology, Jeff Bezos, who is also behind the space exploration company Blue Origin, is now pouring his vision and finances into a new project.
It's a giant clock.
Yeah, embedded into a Texas mountain, a giant cuckoo clock that's designed to last some 10,000 years.
And you're-
Not making this up at all.
And you're never going to guess the name, okay? It's dubbed the 10,000-year clock because it lasts for 10,000
You just
years.
see the meeting scheduled for the R&D meeting behind that. Hey, Bill, you got the name for the clock? The meeting's getting ready to start.
Wait, what?
Is that today? Yeah. So Bill's ready with the unveiling of the clock. We have decided it's going to be called the 10,000 year clock. Oh, that's a great, truth in advertising.
So allegedly, this venture is more than just an elaborate timekeeper, though. It's a massive $42 million commitment, basically just trying to encourage long-term thinking on a global scale. So the clock is only going to tick once a year. It chimes every century, and then its cuckoo will emerge every millennium.
Every 1,000 years.
Every 1,000 years.
What the? He says it'll be a tool to inspire generations to think beyond the immediate future, emphasizing sustainability and responsibility. We all know we live in an economy of disposability right now.
For sure.
Nothing lasts more than a year, 2 years tops, right?
But is anyone really going to take time to be like, oh, you know what? This clock really makes me think about sustainability.
Who's going to go out there and wind it? There are no roads to this mountain. There is no way to get to it except by helicopter.
Oh.
Yeah, just either that or by hiking like 3 days back
I'll
into
pass
the
on
wilderness.
that, thanks.
Yeah. So there's a lot of questions behind this whole project, but luckily, evil genius Jeff Bezos has got the answers to those questions.
I'm Jeff Bezos. You know, it hurts me that people think I'm an eccentric, evil genius and I don't know what to do with my immeasurable wealth. And that's why I'm doing something totally not weird. I'm erecting a giant cuckoo clock. This enormous timepiece shall tick once per year, chime one time each century, and its cuckoo shall emerge once a millennium. The point is to encourage long-term thinking. This cuckoo clock will be here long after we're gone. Well, you at least. I plan to have my head suspended in a jar of blue liquid and my brainstem connected to a supercomputer. But, you know, you get the drift. And it's only costing me $42 million. See, I'm just a normal dude. I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm just cuckoo for cuckoo clocks. Cuckoo.
Nutso.
It's crazy.
Nutso. But it's I mean, we're not making it up. It's really being built right now. As stupid as that sounds. Could you imagine 1,000 years from now? I mean, think back 1,000 years. There could be whole religions rise up around this stupid thing and everything.
Morning, Shalala. Have a great day, Cappy.
Cheap viewers. Cheap. All you viewers are cheap. Hi there, Morning KIX. Were we speaking of that,
What a segue.
Christine? Were we? I said, were we? Were we speaking of that? Were we?
Were we?
I must have missed that part of the conversation. I thought we were talking about cuckoo clocks. Oh, before that. Thought we were talking about Christmas.
I've already blacked out. I don't remember what we talked about before that.
Ago.
But what's up, Christine?
Yeah. Right? How's things going at the pet store? Great?
Good.
Paws Veterinary Clinic. What do they charge for a grooming? $60? That's not too bad. You know, when you moved away, it forced me to buy a complete kit, including a harness and everything like you used to have. And I actually did YouTube videos, and I got decent at it. I mean, she hates it, but I got... Well, that's why. That and she's getting older.
He's a little heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Doesn't have your touch.
She's more like a Marine Corps Shawini now than a fluffy one. There's where Fluffy comes into. Speaking of fluffing. Flushing. Flushing.
Oh, fleshing.
Fleshing.
We're talking about
Fleshing
fleshing it
out the list. The
Yes.
moist fleshing of the list. Bidet.
No,
How can you
bidets are
say a
never
bidet is
outdated. Oh, my
outdated? My
gosh.
God, no. They are the future. Yeah, they never caught on yet in the United States. We're trying to help advance that idea. Everybody needs a bidet.
Yeah, I love the bidet.
I've got them on every toilet in my house.
Wait a
Yeah,
second,
Jen.
Wait.
Bet you do, Jen. If you ever used one, I mean really used one, you'll be like, how have I lived without this all my life? They are amazing. Well-
Actually, my bidet was a wedding gift from Randy.
Yes. I had that's what I got her for a wedding gift. You only have Did you
Oh,
get,
my
well, I
gosh,
didn't know you got
Randy.
married. Oh, well that's I don't think that's how that works. I think the divorce in and of itself is the gift. Yeah. All right, we'll catch you later, Christine.
Bye, Christine.
Bye.
Morning, Macon. Hey, Romelda. Good morning, Rudy.
Whatever happened to Mike Myers? He kind of had a couple of really, really big flops, and it just got to where no one in Hollywood would touch him. He's really old now. I mean, you wouldn't believe how much he
He's
aged.
not that old, is he? Mike
He's-
Myers?
Yeah. I mean, he aged tremendously. He still does some voiceover stuff, but
He is 61.
yeah, he really,
Okay, he doesn't look that old. He's got short white hair.
yeah, he looks pretty old. I mean, we think of the, Wayne's World and all of that stuff. He's so much. And I think too often the people get pigeonholed into their characters. I mean, he's had the Shrek franchise, that has been huge
Mm-hmm.
and is still kind of going on a little bit.
Love Shrek. That's actually where Kyle and I got our song, the one that you performed at our wedding.
Yes. Only
Right.
it wasn't anything at all like that.
There's a YouTube version of Shrek where all these animators came together and they made like 30-second snippets, and they made the entire movie in their own little styles, and they put them all together and made the full Shrek movie, but it's all these different animations and stuff. It's really cool.
Sounds very convoluted.
But
So-
the version of that song that we sent you from I'm a Believer is from that.
sounds like
The more you know.
the Rick and Morty anime series. I tried watching that not too long ago. So stupid.
Oh no.
So horrible. So unlike the actual Rick and Morty cartoon. It is real anime, and it's so annoying.
I've never actually watched Rick and Morty.
Oh, your face is convoluted. You watch your mouth, Missy.
There's Michael Myers, who is like the Urka guy. but then
Urka. I
there's-
will put you in the corner and then go take a nap.
And then there's Mike Myers, who is like the Shrek and Dr. Evil and that one. Austin Powers, yeah.
Shrek. Wayne's World.
Mm-hmm. All the above.
Ooh. So the Dr. Evil guy that Jeff Bezos, we base our Jeff Bezos character on, is based actually with it's accusing Jeff Bezos of being Dr. Evil because he is bald and he does have,
An evil tendency.
a little bit of a stretch, but we've stuck with it for so long that that's the only way you can picture him now.
Morning, Brandy.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of naps,
Don't do that.
I
please.
need one. I'm playing in Springfield tonight, Candace. Probably has football or something.
Can we make Urka the new official Michael Myers sound?
Urka.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more terrifying.
Yeah.
That you're thinking of Norman Peters.
Who's Norman Peters?
No, that's not right.
Norman Bates?
Norman Bates was Urka. Michael Myers is Trudge.
Is he?
Yes.
Michael Myers is Trudge?
Yeah, he's Trudge.
How do you figure?
Because he just trudges all over the place. He's one of the types of horror we were talking yesterday. The horror movies are the ones that pursue ongoing. It's this chase thing, and where all of the victims run, they sprint so fast everywhere, and he just walks, and yet he keeps up with him. In fact, heads him off at the pass 9 times out of 10.
That's right.
Urka is from Psycho.
Urka. Yeah, there. Urka. Thanks.
Felt the need to complete that.
She hopes it's great. Yeah, it's early for you all the way in California.
Next week, guys, we have Joe Nichols tickets.
Ooh.
I already have the contest set up, but I got to build Did I build the graphic already? I think I did.
Did you? I don't know. How does Michael still live after all the ways he was killed?
The evil. It's the evil,
It's the
according
evil,
to
the
that
power of the
stupid
evil.
doctor with the birthmark on his head. I've only watched 1 or 2 Michael Myers movies. I never liked any of them.
All right, here we go. 1 second.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 per country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. It's 16 Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just 12 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to know what is the dated technology that you used to swear by but you no longer use?
Palm Pilots, you remember Palm Pilots?
Oh, yeah, man. My sister had one, and I was so jealous.
Hated mine. I hated it.
Why?
I worked for a company that required all their managers had to have one and use one, and we used networking and stuff through that, and I hated it. It was the stupidest, clunkiest piece of equipment ever.
What about a beeper?
I hated that too. I was anti-connected. I did not want to, I didn't even start texting until right around the tornado when you had to.
Really?
Yep, would not do it. Hated it. I still hate it to this day.
He really
by the way.
does. He says, don't text me.
You wanna make my week? Add me to a group text message. I will block you so fast.
So what is the thing you used to swear by but no longer use?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
So I don't know if you remember this, but it's Christmas.
No, it is not. It is not Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Not
yeah.
only is the sun getting bigger and moving closer to the earth, like you were telling earlier, but now it's been confirmed that life expectancy in America has dropped for a nearly unprecedented second year in a row, down to 76 years. That's all you're going to live now.
Well, then last week we got even more bad news. The maternal mortality in the U.S.
You want me to do this?
Yeah, please do. Just take over.
The maternal mortality in the U.S. reached a high last year. Also, a paper in the Journal of American Medical Association found that rising mortality rates among children and adolescents.
So there are some rare exceptions, though. So life expectancy has been on the rise in the U.S. So it was 47 years back in 1900, and then 68 years in 1950. And then by 2019, it had risen to nearly 79 years, but then it fell to 77 in 2020, and then dropped further to just over 76 last year.
That's the largest decrease since the 1920s. So, man, what? It's just, we're full of good news today. We're sharing with you. Sun's moving closer to the earth. You're not going to live nearly as long. You're welcome.
And it's Christmas.
No. I'll just live to be 73, and that's all right. Never pay off the second mortgage on my home. I don't need to eat well anymore with a short life. Going on to vacation, spend all my dough. I never wanted to become a crusty elderly man. I never wanted IRAs or a retirement plan. Won't live too long. I'll soon be gone. So I won't save a dime if I've got less time. I don't need exercise anymore with a short life.
KIX with Randy and Jen on the 4 states country.
KIX 102.5.
That was a thing that happened.
Yeah, there it was.
Mhm.
Just spilled out there on the ground. Somebody's got to clean it up now.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wee-ba-dee-ba-doo-ba.
Well, that was interesting.
Morning, Rudy. Morning, Romelda. Here's Dorinda. She liked the live.
Thank you for liking the live, Dorinda. Guys, we're at 12,000 likes, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet.
Wow, that's
Thank you,
pretty
guys.
amazing.
You
That's really stepped up.
bestest.
And 15 viewers. Not counting Facebook.
Or YouTube.
And all those
or
others.
Twitch. Where we have like 3 people now who just
Watch on Twitch.
watch on Twitch. They just kind of
And
lurk there.
refuse to say anything.
You're welcome to interact with us. We'll see
Plotting our demise
it. Okay,
gradually.
don't do that. Don't plot our demise.
Just
please.
don't offer to score us the cheapest viewers or whatever.
Nothing beats the 10K and 10. You guys are pretty great. Is Randy's birthday Trump Halloween?
Listen, okay, I have one birthday. It's not on Halloween. One birthday. You guys are the ones that create the confusion around it. There's no need for this. Let's not do this year. Let's let me have a normal celebration just like anybody else. You realize I've never even had a party because everybody makes such a big deal of confusing my birthday that nobody knows when to do it.
And then he
I
makes me feel really
try
bad about it.
to
I
eliminate
try.
this mass confusion, this dissemination of propaganda that you guys do every year.
The haunted
It's
spook
so
tour is
sad.
the party, Megan says.
Oh, yeah, sure. But focus on something else besides Randy's birthday.
Maybe that's what we'll do this year. Is we just won't tell you, but we'll all wear birthday hats and bring confetti to every place we go.
That would just be weird.
Well,
Yeah.
every time we pull up, we'll just throw confetti on you. Happy birthday!
Yeah, yay, great. Where's the presents? That's what I want to know. Where are the
Candace
presents?
is getting you Depends.
See,
and a
that's
walker.
that's the kind of abuse that I suffer under.
That sounds like a
Constantly.
great child.
The
Very
weirdest
bright.
pumpkin spice thing this year. I'm sure Jen will have it as soon as she finds where to get it. Pumpkin spice hair.
Ooh, how do you do that?
It's a hair coloring treatment.
Love it.
Jason Collier, not that one. That's Jacob.
I was like, "Burp."
Hairstylist to the stars says pumpkin spice hair is a multi-dimensional color that combines deep copper, burnt orange, and more cinnamon, Black Friday shopping, cinnamon tones, sitting perfectly between mid-blonde and light brunette, creating
Love
a look
it.
that's both vibrant and cozy, just like that first sip of a pumpkin spice latte. The color also
Beautiful.
plays wonderfully with curls and textures, adding a depth and a 3D effect that's both natural and eye-catching and delicious.
I love it.
You can
Thank
tell.
you for the gift, Christy.
You know how you can tell when someone has pumpkin spice hair?
Why?
All the flies.
Candace says, I bet that smells amazing.
My wife tried this one year.
Really?
I don't think she realized it was pumpkin spice, but it was. I'd try it, but I'd want to start small. Maybe like just pumpkin spice my eyebrows, or my mustache.
You don't even have hair to pumpkin
Shut
spice
up,
anyway.
Jen, shut up.
If it makes you feel better, Jimmy says, no party. Jen forgets every year.
She does.
And I feel really bad about it.
Sure she does. How is pumpkin spice not like the missing 6th member of the Spice Girls?
Ooh, yeah.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Do people send him gifts every Tuesday?
No, they don't. That's the thing. I don't get
I mean, Candy
anything.
Jan's brought him stuff before.
Well, that's how it all started, wasn't it?
Or was that Father's Day? Was it Father's Day or
She
your
brought
birthday?
me stuff on Father's Day.
Because she
me
brought
the
you
boat.
a boat and
But
a
I
car.
thought she brought me Reese's first on my birthday.
That's because you had to eat something terrible. It's when you eat green bean casserole, right?
Which was right around my birthday.
That was for Would You Rather Wednesday.
Yeah, but it was right around my birthday.
But it didn't have to do with your birthday.
I know.
Okay.
Nothing ever does because of you guys. So they have announced this year's Bulwer Lytton Awards.
Oh, yeah. I love
A
those.
big event. Well, This is something you probably have heard of it before and forgot the name because it's so memorable.
Yeah.
The Bulwer Lytton Fiction
Is his name
Contest
Bullwinkle?
challenges participants to write an atrocious opening sentence to the worst novel never written.
Ooh, that's fun.
So the contest honors the novelist Sir Edward George Bulwer Lytton. He's the man who started the novel with "It was a dark and stormy night."
Mm-hmm.
He actually is the guy who coined that phrase.
Love it.
So some of the entries this year, first prize went to Lawrence Person of Austin, Texas. Lawrence Person, that said she had a body that reached out and slapped my face like a 5-pound ham hock tossed from a speeding truck. Oh, that is good.
That's so good.
The winner, Detective Story Division, was "She was poured into the red latex dress like Jell-O poured into a balloon."
Wow.
Special mention was "Miss Higgins' body was found in the pantry, bludgeoned with a potato ricer and lying atop a 50-pound sack of Yukon Golds, her favorite for making nashi." This was a honorable mention. It was a dark and stormy night, or more specifically, a Tuesday afternoon in Ireland. Sir Arthur Pendragon, High King of the Britons, son of King Arthur Pendragon, nephew of King Aurelius Ambrosius, who only slept with his sister once, but boy, did it come back to bite him in the butt. That was a line.
Wow.
That there's plenty bad writing, it is.
Megan says, I want to go to Scotland.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do too. I want to go
It's
to
a lot
Scotland.
like visiting Arkansas.
Ireland. Arkansas can be very, very pretty. Depending
Yeah.
on where you go.
There's also a lot of banjo music.
What does that sound like?
Banjo music?
Yeah.
Banjo music sounds like this.
Oh, no.
Candace says, let's all go. Group runaway.
Run, run away. Hey,
Massive
which was
runaway.
a song by Slade, which is a Scottish band.
Full circle right there, didn't you?
Run, run away. Serious song, look it up.
Jimmy says, Arkansas, land of opportunity.
Do you suffer from circopharyngeus dysfunction?
How did you know? I don't know what that is. What is it?
Called no burp syndrome. It's the inability
I
to
can
burp.
Yeah.
There are thousands and thousands of people who actually struggle with this each year. I sound like a commercial. I had to say each year. It's caused by a quirk in the muscle that acts as the gatekeeper to the esophagus.
A quirk in the muscle.
So mine's the opposite.
You're super burpy?
I can be. I can burp, on command. A lot of
Do
people
it.
can.
Wow. See,
I
I can't do that.
If
I've never
I
been
keep
able to.
doing that, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. But it can sometimes cause gas. Gas in my stomach, not the other kind. So
Get out.
I get bloating when I do too much of it. So
Is it because you're swallowing so much air?
I can pull air in, and then push it back out.
Wow.
So it's because I have a birth defect on my esophagus that causes it to not completely cover the lung passage, which causes sinus and fluids and stuff to drain into my lungs, makes me more susceptible to pneumonia and things like that. Anyway, the opposite of that is where it covers the esophagus too much. And the inability to belch can cause bloating, pain, gurgling in the neck and chest, and excessive flatulence as a buildup of air seeks an alternate exit route. Sometimes it can work its way through the belly button. That's not true. Thankfully, there is a cure now. There is an Illinois doctor who has developed a procedure which involves injecting 50 to 100 units of Botox, it's more than twice the amount that they use to smooth forehead wrinkles, into the upper circopharyngeal muscles. Doctors are now charging anywhere from $4,000 to $25,000 for the treatment, depending on how high their malpractice insurance payments are.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s. Clear skies with lows in the mid 60s tonight. Sunshine and 90 for Thursday. Cooler on Friday. More sunshine with a high near 83.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
61 in Seneca, 60 in Pittsburgh, 64 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're talking about the technology that you thought you would use forever, used to swear by this.
But now you no longer use it.
623-1025 to text or tell us on that device device that you still use.
Yeah, or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Blake Shelton
It's Honeybee.
on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
The burp thing. Can you imagine the new Big Pharma TV commercials for this? Jill's unable to express belches. And then finally, with this new treatment, you too can enjoy this.
That is evil leaving somebody. That is not a belt. That I was gonna say that is years worth of burps.
Side
built
effects
up.
may include night sweats, night terrors.
Death.
That is an actual recording of the world's longest burp.
Is it painful at that point?
I would think so.
Oh gosh. Candace says it's his gassy superpower. We have a very ladylike family who all burp the ABCs at each other. Oh, don't do that. I've got to pee like the.
Yeah, they get gurgly. Oxygen. They need oxygen. They need air. They need air. I know. It's ridiculous. It sounds like Megan's laugh. Maybe that's really what she's doing. Oh, my goodness. What else is in the news? Oh, stuff to watch now that we're at Wednesday. Let me see. Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing good on TV. Sorry. That Rings of Power show. We were talking about it earlier, I think, before the video. That is now out on Amazon Prime. Huge fan of that. I was not the first season. I was not during the first season because, and now I'm realizing the first season was really good, but I didn't have enough collective context to be able to appreciate it. Because what they're doing, they had to build a foundation for the second season. Now the second season has just exploded with details that will be relevant to anyone who has seen the Lord of the Rings movie. Suddenly you realize, oh my gosh, this is this guy. That has to do with this. That, all of this is beginning to click and connect. The first season, you didn't know who any of these people were. There were struggles with connections. You're like, are these hobbits or not? And they call them halflings in this story because they're not yet hobbits, because they don't yet live in the land that they're named after, the Hobbitland. But it's really, really good. Yes, Candace, the first season was confusing. You've seen the new episodes? They were mind-blowing, weren't they? If no one has stayed through the credits, and they only showed it once last season, the actual song being sung by Fiona Apple, who I'm not a big fan of Fiona Apple. I think she's pretty freaky and weird, but she sings the theme song, which was written from the poem that J.R. Tolkien wrote in his books. One ring to bind them and by this something. I can't remember all the words. They wrote this song, and they used the music all through the show, but you don't realize it until you've heard her sing the theme song. It is one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. Unbelievable. It's a study in the Phrygian mode, which is that weird minor sounding music, It's almost Middle Eastern sounding. It is beautiful. I get chills every time I hear it. Yeah, if you haven't heard it, you need to go look up Fiona Apple Rings of Power and listen to that song. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. She is intense on that. First time I heard it, I was getting ready to exit, the episode and go find something else to watch. And it was playing the strings, and the strings kind of caught my attention. So I stopped for a second, She starts singing, and my mouth just hit the floor. I'm like, what is this? It was unbelievable. I don't have, I think it's the only theme song on my Spotify playlist, which is weird. The fact that I have a television theme song on my Spotify playlist. The Fiona Apple thing from Rings of Power. Fiona Apple, Sarahuha. Look it up. Fiona
Morning,
Apple,
Thomas.
Rings of Power.
Thank you for sharing the live and liking the live.
I could play it for you on here, and TikTok would not care at all. But YouTube and Facebook would.
I like Fiona Apple.
I'm not a fan of hers. She's
Criminal
like I
is such a
said,
good song.
she's trippy and weird, but and for some reason she has never sounded like she did on the Rings of Power song. That
Weird.
she's got an intensity that I went actually and did the whole rabbit hole on her for a little while,
Here we go.
trying to find something similar to that. Nothing. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s. It's 64 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in 15 minutes, but we're talking about dated technology.
You know, the thing that you used to use all the time and swear by?
I used to have a Pac-Man watch.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
I don't think a teacher took it away when I was in school. That's how long ago that was.
And then it got replaced by a smartwatch.
My smartwatch is pretty stupid, actually, but yeah, that sort of thing. What's the dated technology you no longer use?
623-1025 to call or text.
Here's Kane and Caitlin Brown.
On KIX 102.5. What is the top ice? Oh, the topic. The topic.
Topic, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, no longer
Thomas?
Brandy Rooks. We are talking about the dated technology you never use or you don't use anymore that you used to swear by, used to use all the time.
There's Floyd sharing the post. Thank you, Floyd. Floyd, are you on? Are you doing okay? Don't feel like we've had a lot of Floyd lately.
Ask Jeeves. There you go. AOL.
Yeah. Remember when AOL used to send you the discs with the internet on
So
it?
you could install it onto
Uh-huh.
your computer. It's because there were no browsers at that time. There were a few, but they didn't support. AOL was running on its own
It
servers.
was free.
So you had to have this free disk that came in the mail so that you could install a gateway to the AOL servers. It was an amazing time.
Good old dial-up.
Yeah. I do
Morning,
not
Kenda.
miss my home phone.
No, I don't miss my home
I'm
phone either.
so glad to get rid of that.
You still have a Yahoo email?
A lot of people use Yahoo. Yeah, still.
Really?
Yahoo just sued Google, a major suit that they just won.
Kyle's mom still has a Hotmail address. Didn't even know that was still a thing.
My wife did until just recently. I still have one, but it's now the same as my
Okay.
Gmail address. Hi there, Morning KIX. Good. What's the dated technology you still use? Or no longer use? Casio calculator
man, those
watches.
Were cool.
That was, you just felt like you had access to, like all the nuclear power in the world when you had that. I'm going to pass this algebra test. Oh, wait, it won't do square roots. Right? Thanks for calling.
And in the scheme of things, isn't looking cool really just.
That's really what it's all about. Yeah. That's the sustainable thing we take away from this.
Shalala has Yahoo and Gmail. Really?
You remember Netscape?
Yes. I haven't thought about Netscape in a long time, though.
When Netscape came out, things began to shift away from individual server gateways. Before that, we're talking, this only lasted like 2 or 3 years. But over the course of about a year and a half, Netscape came out with different platforms that made it more open to access other server gateways. And these server gateways were it's the internet. Okay, it's multiple servers with information, that are all accessible through one portal. So Netscape made that possible. There were 2 or 3 different types that came out all at the same time, but Netscape got all the attention. And Netscape was superseded by
Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer MSN is what they were calling it at that time. You remember there was the MSN chat, and then you had to get on MSN. They changed it later to Internet Explorer.
I never used MSN. I used AIM, Instant Messenger.
Yeah, and
Warner
I used both.
Warner Floyd.
I remember having both of them.
Candace
and
said,
having Netscape.
You let them play games on the Palm Pilot.
Oh, wasn't that thing horrible, though?
She loved it.
It was
she said it
so
was the bomb.
hard to use. I hated that thing. To be able to write or type on it, you had to learn a special kind of shorthand. That was like another language. It took forever. It took a couple of weeks to learn that, of using it all the time to learn how to write. I got to where I could do it, but I hated it. I never liked it.
Dude, man, I loved MySpace. I thought it was great.
After Netscape and MSN then became clunky. It was weighted down with bloat, and you had to dig through ads, and it had pop-up. The whole pop-up thing became a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, I remember, they used to hire me. There were a number of businesses around town that would hire me to come over and clean up their computers. I was good at that. So they'd let their kids get on and play games on MSN and stuff. And they'd turn their computers on, and immediately pop, 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 pop. Their screen would be covered with pop-ups. You could not actually get anything to work because it would eventually lock the computer up. And so we had a special code thing that would go into the net BIOS before the operating system loaded. And all of these pop-up things needed that operating system to run. So we could go in before the operating system opened and go in and clean all that out, enough that we could then get out and clean up everything else.
Right.
We do a lot of registry edits and stuff to clean all those out. And I was really, really good at that. I could spend an afternoon, make $500 or $600.
Dang.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And that was 22, 23, 4 years ago.
Yeah, Major, I was the same way about the AOL chat rooms. I'd be like 12 in there, and someone would be like, ASL? I'm like, I'm 16 years old.
Yeah, sure.
Sure I am.
AFK.
What's AFK?
Away from my keyboard.
Oh,
You do AFK when you were going to be gone for a little bit.
Oh, we did BRB in my day. Or BRB.
That was much later.
Be right back. Or GTG, gotta go.
Yeah. The Sims world is where we got into all those abbreviations.
We're not going.
That was close.
That's not what I wanted to grab either.
So this
Where
company,
catfishing began, that's right.
yes. That after Netscape.
Which that show, by the way, is still glorious.
Netscape.
No, Catfish.
After Netscape, then all of a sudden there came this little company out of Seattle, Washington that it was a startup software company that they marketed really, really well. But the deal was no bloat, protection against pop-ups. They did not allow any of that. That's how a lot of how MSN made their money originally, was through they allowed anybody could pay a fee and would allow any pop-up, any advertisement. You go to some web pages and you just couldn't see anything for all of that. But they made a lot of money off of it early on. Firefox came out, and it was an independent company that they worked off the money off supporters, investors, and they did not allow any of that. And it was
Firefox.
Revolutionary. And it was around a long time, and it's changed.
Still around.
Yeah, it is, but nobody uses it.
MJ does.
The reason is because they totally changed their whole philosophy. They monetized, and they are just as bad as any of the other platforms now. But MSN, Internet Explorer, had to totally change the way they operated and functioned because of Firefox. Chrome came about during this time, and Chrome did a better. About that time, Firefox had begun selling their souls, and allowing advertisers to monopolize and run things and changing a lot of the standards they were structured on. Chrome came up, and they were doing what Firefox did in the beginning, blocking all of this. It ran really quickly and was not slow and didn't lock down your computer. It had a lot of neat features, including you could sign in onto any Chrome and access all of your stuff instantly. Firefox
Nice.
soon adopted that. But Chrome is doing the same thing.
Right.
You go to any website now and you're inundated with ad content. It doesn't work the same way as the old pop-ups do. Rather than popping up in a new window, it now exists within the page on the server space. So it's just as bad. We're in the exact same place that we were 4 years ago.
What happened, Megan? I hadn't heard anything about that. The Rahu Hall, I was the same way. If I got in a fight with a friend, I was like, you're off my top 8.
On MySpace.
Oh, yeah. And I shifted those things around like crazy.
And when there had been other social
Hold on,
media
we got a
platforms before MySpace.
Zanga.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know, what's the data technology that you used to swear by but no longer use?
623-1025 to text or tell
Here's
us
Parmalee.
on KIX. Yeah, there were a lot.
There was LiveJournal. I was on LiveJournal. There's also Zanga. I loved Zanga.
Blogs were around that early, but nobody wanted them because they weren't interactive. You just were reading
I mean, you could comment and things like that.
on some of them.
Like Zanga, you could.
MySpace had so many different things, and it
Yeah.
was entirely open to you how you wanted to create it.
You got mail.
So it was a big deal. And then Facebook kind of went the other direction and minimized your customization.
Yeah.
Everybody was uniform.
I'll have to go check it out. I hadn't heard about that, Megan. Neff and Catfish. I tried looking at my old MySpace the other day, and it's all locked down now. You can't get in there.
The only reason they keep, your content still exists on their servers, but they have locked down access to it because they realize you're not using it. But for legal reasons, they're still keeping it because the fear of a class action lawsuit from users is always a real thing for them, I'm sure. For misuse.
Doesn't Justin Timberlake own part of MySpace now?
Yes. Which is confusing because he played one of the guys who developed Facebook in the movie. Social media. We need to put that on your list. That needs to be on your list. Are you adding it?
Yep.
I thought of that the other day and forgot all about it. I don't know if we can find it. It is such a good telling of how all of this came to be. They rush it all,
Sure.
but it's really describes and tells who Mark Zuckerberg is, the soulless entity that he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's slightly autistic. I really believe that. A lot of these guys are that have the left brain mentality to make these things function and successful.
For 20 seconds.
But unfortunately, that makes them not have much of a conscience.
On a bicycle, he was on his way to pick up his son from school. Oh, my gosh.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:19.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s. It's 64 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes. But we're talking about the dated technology that you used to swear by, but you no longer use.
You can call or text or tell us what that is for you, 623-1025.
What is the dated technology that you used to swear by?
Books. I hate Kindles. I'm not going to download a book on my laptop. I want a paper book.
I am the same way. I want to hold the book in my hand so I can feel it as I turn the pages.
So you still use this, in other words.
Yeah.
Right. It's the feel of the pages and the smell of the books. And
Yep.
yeah.
I'm the opposite. I hate the feel of a page on my fingers. It's like chalk on a blackboard. Give me a Kindle! I don't like, have you ever run your fingernails down a piece of paper?
No, I don't normally
do that,
scratch paper.
Feel that? Ew,
I don't think this isn't. I don't know. It doesn't bother me like it does you. I don't have the sensory issues, I guess.
What is the dated technology for you?
8-track tape player.
No
way!
You still use that?
You still use an 8-track tape player?
I have one that I could actually record with. If I could find the blanks anymore, I could actually record with
Oh
it.
my gosh. It's hard to find new releases on 8-track, though, isn't it?
Tell me about it.
I think we're going more of a dated technology you still use.
I guess people still swear by a lot of the stuff they used to
So
use.
what's the dated technology you still use?
A hand washing board.
You use a washboard, Frederick? Really?
Sometimes we use that.
Yeah.
You can put it in a washing machine.
Gotta admit, even if the power's out, if you've got one of those, you can still wash your clothes.
I just remember that we still use that sometimes.
So tell us what dated technology you still use or you no longer use and you used to swear by.
You can call or text and tell us at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
You got the wrong calls. Oh my gosh, we're so close to 20,000 likes. That's amazing.
No longer.
That's
Stupid.
Thank you guys for all the love and support this morning. You guys are the bestest. Yeah, we've got a VHS player. We don't use it either. It's currently sitting on Kyle's desk. Jimmy still has an 8-track. Candace says she loves her VCR. She collects VHS tapes.
She does. Her and her little sister both have VCR. Love that. I hate the quality, the tracking and all of that.
It's very nostalgic. Thomas says, at one time I had an unopened Elvis 8-track. That's cool.
So is
Yeah, we've got a Super Nintendo too, Candace. I
8
love
millimeter.
it. Super Mario Kart is my favorite. And Mario World. Yeah, our VHS player is technically, it's one of those like combos. So it's a VHS player on one side and then it's got the DVD player on the other side. But we've got a PlayStation 4, so we don't have to use that.
I
anymore.
have, and it's up in my attic, but I have a CD recorder.
You didn't just burn it?
It has a playback disc and a record disc, so it's dual tray.
Cool.
And this was before burning was much of a thing, and it will record live audio as it's happening. You couldn't do that with a burner.
Yeah. No,
We
we got to
used-
20K. Thank you, guys.
It was so temperamental. You had to have certain types of discs. Cheapies would not work, and it would not finalize. You'd get something recorded, 60 minutes or 80 minutes or whatever you could do on those. I think C80s would do 80 minutes. And you'd go to hit finalize, and it would lock up in the finalization
No.
process, and you would lose everything. But
That
we used
sucks.
to use it all the time to kind of air check performances when we were doing club circuit. We'd hook it
Yeah.
up and run from the board. I've got some of those old recordings.
Cool.
No, they're horrible.
So, do you have a working VCR now, Candace?
Yeah.
She said the TV VCR combo thing she had, the VCR gave out. I had a TV at one time, but I don't have a TV now.
You don't have a TV?
I just sold 30 VHS movies to one of the cases for his video games. Dang.
Dorinda sent me a picture over the weekend.
Morning, Mary.
Speaking of buying these old things, she sent me a picture of a store with just tons of hardcover Stephen King books.
Where at?
It's in Springfield, which
Cool.
I had just left there the day before.
Of course.
But unfortunately, I had all of the ones that looked like that they had. She took pictures of some of the shelves.
He doesn't want a TV.
You think my daughter, she was any kind of daughter, for my birthday, would go look on the list of the ones that I don't have.
She said, let me know. I'll double check.
The name of the store was, hold on, I'll have to go find this.
Have we gotten to 20,000 likes before? I don't know that we have.
I don't think so. I don't think we ever have.
Yeah, they want to know the name.
The name of the store?
Yeah. Candace says, you ain't told me nothing.
Relics Flea Market in Springfield. Relics.
Relic. Oh, see there, Dorinda's got it.
I think I have all of them. No, well, I think I see a gunslinger book that I don't have. That is missing.
There you go, Candace.
I think drawing of the three. They have like 5 copies of Cell. Tommy knockers. Do I not have? I have.
Wait, you have Pluto TV, but you don't have a TV to watch Pluto TV, Thomas. How
You
does
can
that
watch
work?
it on your computer.
I guess, yeah, if you got a phone or something, you can watch it on that.
Not soft covers. They have a bunch of soft covers. I wonder what the prices are.
But you don't want soft covers.
No, that's why I said not. I don't want. They've got a lot of soft covers, but there are a bunch back behind the ones that they have standing up. So they have shelves of them in there. They've got a lot. Black House I have. The Dark Half I have. I think. She got some close-ups. A lot of these are later editions. You know, they put out like the Hearts in Atlantis has, what is his name? Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. That actor.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
He eats people. That was what that
has
was.
him. He was in
He's a
Hearts in
cannibal.
Atlantis. So
Hannibal the cannibal.
they say that during the movie.
Oh, they do?
They do. The guy who talks about him assigning Clarice to ghosts, they said they call him Hannibal the cannibal because he
okay.
ate one of his patients.
Okay, well,
They're describing.
Well, that's nice. That's cool.
So they have a lot, but I wonder what they charge for them.
Dorinda says, I didn't look at prices. Did you see the sign on top of the cabinet? It says Stephen King lives here.
I didn't see that. But I wonder what they charge. That's the thing.
Well, you're going back to Springfield tonight.
I won't have time to go by there.
Just skip your nap.
Can't do that. I need some rest. It's going to be a long.
We need to do a TikTok today.
Well, let me know what the prices are. I mean, I might even be willing to buy. I just bought a copy. We were at Target, and I found a copy of his most recent one that I did not have. I had the audiobook and had listened to that. It wasn't a bad. It's a bunch of collections of novellas, he calls them. They're not short stories. They're too long to be that, but they're not long enough to be an actual novel. So it has like 5 of those in it.
Thomas says, you don't need your beauty sleep.
Have you looked at this face, Thomas? I think if anybody does, I am justification for
What
that.
is the implication there, Mr. Thomas? Shalala says every morning. What's every? Shalala,
What?
you got to give us context. Every morning, Randy.
Every morning, Randy. The only ones that I need are, I shouldn't tell you guys this. Somebody will go buy them. Never mind. I'm not even going to mention what I need.
Oh, Shalala says see your face.
See your face?
That is a choice, though.
Yeah. It's not really court mandated yet.
Yet. How are things out west? Jamie says, Randy, tell us so if I see him over there, I can let you know.
Zoom in on the white paper on the top of the cabinet. It's wrote in yellow. What is wrote in yellow?
The Stephen King lives here thing.
Does it have prices? I mean, I don't just need to see that they wrote Stephen King lives here. I see it.
See them, Jimmy says. See them.
Oh, Facebook
See
won't
them.
let you. Oh, yeah, that is what it says. You're right. You are correct. It says Stephen King lives
The more you know.
here.
Megan says, open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
It's like I can't read what it says. What does it say?
Why does Amazon not want to load your list? They hide it. They suggest like the top 4 lists or some random order. And then when you go to click on your lists, it does this.
I don't have that problem. It's just you.
No, it's a problem.
Yeah, it felt great this morning. I turned the heat on a little bit in my car. I love it.
I had to run, not really heat. I just turned the temperature away from cold.
Yeah.
I didn't turn the heat on.
I turned it up to 70. It was that low. 25 seconds.
Finally loaded. We're doing a podcast today, a new episode.
Oh, yeah, we are. That is a thing that's happening today.
It is the drawing. Christine, as we all know. Can't believe I don't have a copy of the Green Mile.
Seg.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Old Dominion.
Make it sweet.
On KIX 102.5.
There is a book called Charlie the Choo Choo that's
got a creepy train on it.
Yeah, it's not written by Stephen King. It's written by
You just want it?
well, it's a what do you call it? It's a thing from one of the stories. One of the gunslinger stories. By Beryl Evans, who is not a real person. It's a fictional author they talk about in one of his stories about this terrifying book that this child has about Charlie the Choo Choo, and he has nightmares about it, and later meets Blaine the train, the monorail, that is this artificial intelligence. It's so crazy. But yeah, it's very strange, and they actually have recreated that book from the stories.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. All the kids on it look like they're screaming.
Yeah, I don't like his face. The
train.
stupid train's face. Stop it. Stop.
It's
I don't. He looks like he's gonna eat me.
reading age 2 and up.
Does he eat people? Is that his shtick? That's what he looks
I
like.
don't know. The whole thing is. Did you see the forward here that's up on the upper corner?
If I were ever to write a children's book, it would be just like that.
Stephen King. I didn't even read the reviews on this. Oh, there's actual pictures of the story. Yeah.
A bunna, 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 bunna. We have done over 150 podcasts. Holy cow. Do you guys listen to the podcast? I'm curious. I know Kyle listens to them. Here we go. 10 seconds. Yeah, we've got a podcast. You guys didn't know that?
Come on. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 834.
We'll see sunshine today with highs in the upper 80s. It's 64 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and let us know what songs you want to hear this morning.
But we've been talking about the technology that you used to swear by but no longer use.
You can call or text to tell us what that is for you at 623-1025.
What's yours?
Alarm clock?
An alarm clock. Yeah, because you use your phone for that now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you think about all the things your cell phone eliminated the need for.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need a calendar. You don't need the alarm clock. You really don't need a watch anymore.
I used to collect watches. I don't use them anymore.
No, you got it on your phone.
I use my phone.
I used to have the coolest swatches. Do you remember swatches?
No, what's a swatch?
Swatch was an 80s thing. They were a
That's why I don't remember. I wasn't
statement.
alive
They had
then.
all these fluorescent colors on them and everything. I used to have, and they were very expensive. That and relics.
What's a relic?
Relic watches. Oh, come on. You've heard
I don't know
of
what any of
relic.
this stuff is.
What's the dated technology that you used to swear by but no longer use?
I used to have a ghetto blaster, a
Oh.
boom box.
Yeah, remember boom boxes?
And now they're getting replaced by Bluetooth speakers, which are like the size of your hand and
Oh, yeah.
way louder.
Way louder and better quality.
Uh-huh.
What's the technology that you used to utilize and swear by, thought you would have forever?
But you no longer use it.
How about a Polaroid camera that
Of what?
had the film instantly developed?
Yes, Polaroid.
But they're super trendy. Like, this is a big thing where people go out and they buy Polaroid cameras and they take these pictures with them, and then they're instant pictures.
Yeah, but they look like garbage.
Yeah, they look so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And they're hard to say, aren't they, Jen?
Polaroid.
There you go. How did you say it, sir?
How about
He said
Polaroid?
Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Something about the letters happening in there.
What's the data technology that you used to swear by?
Well, like maps and atlases. Kids these days, they don't even know how to read a map.
That's
They
true.
just look, yeah, and as far as time goes, the clock, they don't really wear watches anymore, and it's always on digital. They really don't know how to read a clock.
When the little hand gets on the 3
And the big hand gets on the
They don't know that.
I just cleaned out one of our junk cabinets, and
Yeah.
in there was a massive Missouri atlas, and it has all of the county roads and the dirt roads and everything on it. So it's a very detailed, and I threw it away. I was like,
You have
who
no
needs
reason to
that
have it anymore.
Yeah. What is the technology you used to swear by but no longer use?
623-1025 to call or text.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Really? You guys didn't know we had a podcast? Okay.
Come on.
There's a lot of folks who apparently don't know we have a podcast. It's called Morning Kicks Extra because it's an extra dose of Morning Kicks.
And there's like 160 some episodes now.
There's 152 after today.
Okay, that's what I meant to say. So it's like Morning Kicks without the music, commercials, weather, promotions, any of that stuff. So it's just the bits, just the stuff that we talk about,
Yeah.
what we call the content. So no contests. Jen's Movie Rehab is on there.
And it's really, we wanted it to be really just easy to digest
Yeah.
and listen to.
So each episode's like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's got the phone calls, song parodies, the bits, all the setups for those are y'all ain't gonna believe this headlines. Although I don't think they're called that yet on there, are they?
Mm-mm. Yeah,
But-
they are.
Are they? All of that stuff on there. It's just very, very well produced and put together.
We're
Yeah.
very proud of it. So you can, it's all over the place. It's on
Spotify.
Amazon, it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube, it's on the KIX website here. I will link you right over. So this is just our most recent podcast. I know Spotify has every single one of our podcasts on it. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, sometimes we have Secret Sound clues on there in the podcast, which, by the way, Brett was teasing Secret Sound yesterday.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not. He wasn't saying when it's happening. He doesn't know when it's happening. I
No,
don't think. He and I talked about it. He said he had mentioned that it's coming soon.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's weeks away, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. Build a little attention fervor.
Thomas says, oh, just like the shower kicks thing. The shower thoughts?
No. Different.
Shower thoughts are
They're
not
not
on
on
there.
there.
Megan, we'll never fire you.
We may lay you off for an extended period.
Please don't go.
Please don't go.
Aw, Jimmy. She says, you guys have been missing out. Thank you, Jimmy. Oh, Kyle's listened to the podcast.
I really
Several times
wish
through.
I would. You guys really want to help us out? You want to do something special for us? Go like and follow our podcast. That would be huge
Mhm.
because it's a hard thing to grow. And I don't know if we just don't do enough promotion of it or what. I feel like we do a lot. Maybe not.
I don't think we do enough by
But
any means.
I would really, really, and if you would share it to your page or go listen to some of the episodes, like and follow. And I'm talking about like on Spotify.
On Spotify, you can even give us 5 stars or 4 stars, whatever.
That
it is.
would be
Rank
huge.
It. That'd be huge.
On YouTube, you can listen to it. You can listen to it on Apple Music. I don't know if Amazon is still doing that. Seems
It
like
used to be on Amazon, unless they don't do that anymore.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I
if
think
they still
Google
have
got rid of their
podcasts.
podcast. I want to say.
That's who it was.
So we're not
it's
on Google
still
Podcasts
on
anymore.
Amazon Podcasts, anywhere you might listen to a podcast, or you can go to the website and listen to it. But it would mean a lot if you'd go to Spotify or Amazon or YouTube and like and follow it there.
Yeah.
Give it 5 stars on Spotify. That would be huge, because the more of those 5-star reviews we get on the podcast, the more Spotify will put it in front of other people.
Yeah.
Which is how you increase your following. But so far, there's only like a handful of people who listen to it regularly. And I mean handful.
Well, I don't know, because our numbers, if you go look at Futuri, they're pretty good. They're consistent.
But it's comprehensive. It's adding in everything, all the places that they
that's
share
true.
it to.
You couldn't find it on Apple at all? We used to be on there. Actually, I don't know that we are on it. I don't know. That was the one where we had issues because it wanted us to, what was it?
We just never follow up on it.
I was pretty sure we got on there. I don't know.
That's something I have absolutely no connection with or anything. But on Spotify is the easiest place to find it.
Yeah.
I follow it and like it. Have I given it a review?
I'm pretty sure you have. Yeah, it's on our app. It's on the app. It's on YouTube, which I know you guys already have that because you've been on the live with us that way.
But there's all the episodes right there.
How many reviews? I don't know that we have that many reviews on
Do I
Spotify.
see reviews about?
Do I want to know how many reviews we have?
Yeah, I've given it 5.
I've given it 5 as well. I know
If you
Kyle's
go to the
given it
About
5.
section and review, it only has 3.
So you, me, and Kyle are the only ones who have.
That's the thing. If you would go do this, it would be so huge. It's the biggest thing you could do for us. More than the coins, more than breakfast or anything else. Doing that would be so, so big.
Yeah. And also, if you hit the bell, it'll give you notifications of when we put new ones up.
And see, it doesn't offer me a bell.
At the very top of our episodes page.
That is the top.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's loading at the bottom, isn't it?
It loads to where you've
Back
last
to the
listened to
top.
the episodes.
There it is.
So you haven't listened to episodes for a long time on Spotify. Jimmy says that's where you see it on the app or YouTube. And they're normally up by like 10:30, 11.
Yeah, and we do 1 to 2 a week.
Depending on what we've got going on.
Yeah. Not as many as we used to do, but
But there's a lot of old content you can go back through and listen to that's still great.
that would be even bigger than likes on TikTok or anything else, is to help us grow that a little bit. Really, really, really would appreciate it.
So Rahu Haas says, I'll go to Spotify. I love podcasts. Awesome.
I really think you're going to like it. To me, every time I listen to it, I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. I mean,
We're proud of it.
especially comparative to other podcasts that are out there. It's just very well done, very slick. We get rid of all of the stuff that you might consider clutter,
Yeah.
or maintenance.
The Rahu Haas says she cleans and listens to podcasts. That's what Kyle likes to do too. He'll sit there and fold laundry and listen to podcasts and stuff like that. He loves it. Jen does a great job. Thank you.
Doing what?
I don't know. I do a great job. Randy's the one who does all the production work on that podcast. All I do is tell him what to put on there.
And then film me while I'm doing it and giggle and laugh.
Oh, Jimmy says everything. You the bestest, Jimmy. At everything. Major says, I can listen to that instead of coming on here. No, it's different. This is behind the scenes. The podcast is not behind the scenes.
Yes.
The podcast is the on-air stuff.
Very different.
It's a different experience. Candace, yes, it can be something special to roll with his hooliganry. We applaud you. Thank you. I know, yeah, we would miss you, Major. I don't think you're allowed to leave at this point. Major says, what's cool is I can finally hear how you guys sound live.
Did you not be able to? Oh, yeah. That actually, for someone like Major, that would be perfect.
Yeah. On the air, yeah, that's right. Nah, we love you guys. We're going to go in 23 seconds. So if you will go follow us and review and things, that'd be cool.
Get it.
Excuse me. I was like yesterday, I started sneezing, couldn't stop. 4 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the upper 80s this afternoon. It's 64 in Joplin.
We've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
And we're talking about the technology that you used to swear by.
But you no longer use it.
623-1025 to text or tell us yours.
What is yours?
Like typewriters.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd know how to operate one, and I had typing when I was in school.
I know.
I have never used one.
Never used a typewriter.
Never used a typewriter.
Used to have the old manual return, where when you get to the end of a line, you'd have to always hit return. Or you had the IBM Selectrics, which would auto return.
You know brands even?
Oh yeah, that was the bomb typewriter.
Oh, that was the bomb.
Yeah,
wow.
God, oh look at that, it's a Corvette typewriter.
What is the data technology that you no longer use but used to swear by?
Calculator.
Calculator.
You would pocket what we do every day.
Remember when they first came out on watches and it was high tech to have one of those calculator watches?
Yeah, I used to have one.
What's the data technology that you no longer use?
Sony Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Walkman.
Not just the Walkman. Let's think about portable CD players.
Oh, right.
And iPods.
Uh-huh.
How many kids don't actually use any of those anymore because of their cell phone?
Yeah, all those tiny music players.
There used to be a thing you put up, probably on MySpace, your iPhone or your iPod playlist, you know.
Yeah.
That you had on there.
What did you used to swear by but no longer use?
VCRs and VCR tapes.
Oh, that's right, videotapes. We've got them, but does anybody still actually watch them?
It's like those things that you won't throw away because, like, oh, like when I bought it, I spent $20, $30 on them.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can buy a digital copy on Vudu or on some other streaming service for like $14.
Yeah, you can literally watch any movie you want.
Anytime, and the quality's so much better.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't wear out, although you'll probably lose it eventually when that company shuts down.
What is the data technology that you used to swear by but no longer use?
You can text us at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 4 minutes.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Who was asking if I liked the book Full Dark, No Stars?
No, I don't know. Thank you for the gift,
I never
Megan.
did answer that. Got to remember, that was a collection book, too. That's another one of the novella books.
Sarahuha was asking.
Yeah, Sarahuha. Let me see which ones I liked. I like 1922, which is from that, I think, is one of his best stories ever written. There is a Netflix version of that story.
Yeah, she says they made a short from it.
Yeah, they did such a great job. It was a full movie. They did a really, really good job on that, too.
That's her fave one, she says.
1922 is almost like his Telltale Heart. It's about a guilty conscience haunting you and what guilt can do to your life. And They did such a good job telling that story. I can't remember what Big Driver and A Good Marriage was about. A Fair Extension, I thought, was a good story. It wasn't very long.
All right.
Fair Extension, a man who's set up by a road.
Oh, you made Sarahuha's day. Just hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, 1922 is one of the...
25,000 likes, guys. Thank you.
Now, go like our podcast.
So we got a new podcast coming out today talking about the worst vacation ever. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the time that you put your foot in your mouth.
A Good Marriage is about a woman who discovers her husband is a serial killer.
Oh, good. We will also have more Born and Raised festival passes up for grabs. And tomorrow we kick off the NFL regular season, so we can say goodbye to the wife and kids.
And the wife kills him when she finds out.
That is the NFL regular season.
Huh? Yes. I'm trying to remember these stories. I haven't listened to or read in a long time. All right, so task for today, top of the list. Go like our podcast on Spotify
Yes,
or
please.
somewhere, please. 5 stars.
That'd
You
be
go to the
awesome.
About section. That's where you can leave the 5-star review.
Super easy, right at the top of the page.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day. It's a fun morning. Thank you. Bye.